Do you know that chopping board is really important in your cooking journey? It is one thing that you use so often, you should make sure to choose an appropriate one that will last you a long time. Plastic or wooden ones will be the best to keep your knives sharp. Glass chopping boards may look beautiful, but it's really hard on your knives. And if you use it, you have to sharpen your knives more frequently. When you handle meat, it's advisable to use a separate chopping board to prevent cross-contamination. This is especially important if you're also planning to cut food that you consume raw, like fruits and vegetables. In order to make sure your chopping board is always nice and clean, do this occasionally. You can sprinkle some salt onto the board and massage it with lemon slices. Afterwards, rinse it off with warm water and it will be all clean. If you happen to have overripe bananas, don't throw them away. You can give them a new life by turning them into banana bread. Overripe bananas are so much sweeter and it's easier to mash and mix into the batter, making it an ideal candidate for banana bread. How do you crack eggs? I used to knock it to the side of the bowl or any vertical surface that I can find, like the side of my pan. But on the contrary, you should opt for a flat surface to get a cleaner and even break. This would help to reduce the chance of you breaking your egg yolk. You will have more difficulty removing eggshells from your boiled eggs the fresher the eggs are. So you can add some baking soda or vinegar to the water when you boil the eggs. When you're peeling it, the shell should separate really easily from the egg whites. Another thing to take note is that older eggs are better for boiling as the eggshells won't stick as much as the fresher ones. I know many people like to add milk or cream to their scrambled eggs and omelette, but I would say my personal favorite is still mayonnaise. It makes your eggs so much creamier and fluffier that I can never go back. Just try it out and let me know if you like it. Do you love spicy food? Well, I sure do. But the dreadful moment is always the after effect of handling chilies and hot peppers. The spiciness lingers on your hands for longer than you would expect. So I learned this. If you rub a little oil on your hands and just wash it off with soap, it actually helps to reduce the spicy feeling you have on your hands and definitely will save you from a lot of pain. Ever wondered how you can get clear ice cubes? Boil some water and let it cool. Then boil it again a second time before freezing it. It will turn out to be much clearer compared to just using regular water. Honey tends to crystallize after some time. You won't be able to pour out the honey if this happens. So in order to revive it, you can soak it in a bowl of warm water for around 10 minutes. It will quickly melt and return to its original liquid state. You can use it as usual after. Cutting onions can release gas that irritates our eyes so much, it just turns us into a crying mess. But fear not. The trick is, you can wet a piece of napkin or cloth and place it beside your chopping board when you're cutting onions. The gas release is attracted to the closest moisture source, which is usually your eyes. But in this case, the wet cloth acts to absorb the gas, freeing you from any pain. Are you tired of your potatoes oxidizing? Brown-looking potatoes caused by enzymic browning can make your dishes look really dull. To counter this, just make some brine water. You can mix a teaspoon of salt to a bowl of water and then soak your potatoes for a few minutes after you peel them. They will remain fresh for a longer period of time. This trick also applies to prevent browning for fruits that oxidize easily, such as apples. Do you need to peel a big batch of potatoes and it's taking way too long? You can try this as an alternative to using a peeler. Just boil your whole batch of potatoes for a few minutes and then plunge it into an ice bath. The skin will slip off very easily. It will be effortless. You can also apply the same trick for tomatoes. Speaking of tomatoes, you don't have to store them in the fridge. You can keep them fresh outside for a long period of time by storing them stem facing downwards. That way, no air or moisture can sneak into the stem scar, allowing it to last longer. Keep this trick in mind the next time you need to use any powdered sugar. I used to occasionally buy a bag for baking, but I could never finish using it most of the time. So I stopped buying and I did this instead. Grind your own powdered sugar using a spice grinder or a blender. You can use any coarseness of sugar for this, but I've only tried it with white sugar so far. If any of you happen to try it with brown sugar, do let me know if it works the same.